The patient's been found unconscious and face down in the water.
Even if you're the best lifeguard in the world, if a 3-foot wave hits you with a patient on, you're falling off.
The victim is found, a deceased man.
You can't save everyone. So I'm with Whippet and we're in the Northern Tower.
From the north to central, we've got the clubbies bringing in someone in between the flags. Oh, is that story ready?
It can be the difference between life or death, whether you've got to drive through that crowd and take another 30 seconds to a minute, or have a tower sitting there when someone's ready to go.
Yeah, the clubbies are working on someone in between the flags, Max. I'm just heading out there now. Yeah, copy, mate.
The patient's been found unconscious and face down in the water.
Roll around, let's go. 1, 2, 3. So just drag around that way.
Passing out anywhere is dangerous, but passing out in the water can be deadly.
Ambulance has been called in on its way.
Good girl. That's it.
Yesterday, you get a heart monitor, check for hearts playing up.
And there's no results yet?
Her name's Caitlin. She's 16 years of age and she's been swimming with her boyfriend. He tells us she's got undiagnosed heart problems. He said she's passed out before, but never for this length of time.
She was with her boyfriend swimming. He pulled her in.
And she was very close to being dead, half breathing with this kind of faint pulse.
We don't have enough medical training to understand what's actually happening there. Sometimes it's easier if they don't have a pulse because you can just deal with those symptoms and you know exactly what to do.
For us, it's scary. If we can't get them around, we're waiting for them to either deteriorate or get better.
Let's just treat it as a spinal.
Just try and keep that head nice and straight.
So we've got an ambulance on its way, yeah?
Apparently, yeah.
Yep. When we're unsure of the mechanism of a patient's injury, we have to treat it as a spinal. She could have very easily gone to dive under a wave and hit her head.
Can you hear us? Blink your eyes if you can hear us. 1, 2, 3. Moving over, holding the head on the board. Can you hear me, Caitlin? Caitlin,
Caitlin.
can you hear me?
Caitlin.
Can you please do us a huge favour and just leave alone? Obviously, she doesn't need you guys all standing here watching her, all right?
Down, please, yeah.
We've got a full ring of death, 2 sets of ambulances, and a whole cop station.
Very well, yourself?
Pretty strong pulse. Breathing.
Yep.
Just no response.
So what's the story? How was she found?
She was found in the water by a boyfriend.
When the ambos arrive, it's like a breath of fresh air. Just means that we can hand it over.
Poor thing, she's only 16 years old, and luckily her boyfriend was right there swimming with her. Otherwise, it's, it would have been a lot worse. I mean, it's still pretty frightening, the fact that she hasn't come around after 10, 15 minutes.
Something else will happen now for sure. As soon as you get one thing happen, another thing happens, always.
The ambulance has just carried her up, and they're going to take her off to hospital to get further tests, and hopefully all comes good. The birdcage definitely proved its worth. Great observation for the rescue and close proximity to the unconscious patient. We found out that Caitlin was treated at St Vincent's Hospital and she was later released, which was really good news.
People come to Bondi to have a great time. The last thing on their mind is not returning home.
There's no more swimming down this end of the beach, especially in front of these dangerous current signs.
We do our best. We save a lot of people down here. You can't save everyone.
Someone drowns while you're meant to be watching is my biggest fear.
Go up between the red and yellow flags and listen to everything that the lifeguards are telling you. It'll stop you from dying. Do you want to die today?
Breaking news at Bondi Beach, where a swimmer has vanished and is presumed drowned.
It was an eerie day. It was cold. The surf was 6 foot and the rips are as strong as I've ever seen them down here.
We were all just sitting in the tower. Azza's just spotted a couple of Japanese kids just having a play in the shore, and they just started getting sucked out.
I folded down in the rhino and I was just going to Jake, get your gear off, mate. This guy's underwater already.
Paddling out as hard as I could, reached the first guy who was already underwater.
Got out to Jake and he had this guy just slumped on the front of his board and I was like, where's the other guy? And he was like, I don't know, he was just here. And I just swung around. I seen this guy's head just like that and I just went, there he is. And I just swung around. I started paddling, but this wave just jacked up and it just picked me up and just threw my board in the air.
all I'm thinking about in my head is just, I've got to get to him. I started swimming as fast as I could, just watching this guy under 10 metres away from me, just bobbing up, and I saw him get hit by one wave. Yeah, he just didn't come back up, so it's just, it was just so close.
We launched a ski and I got out there, I picked Jake up.
I was thinking, you know, like maybe, you know, there might be a chance.
I knew we weren't going to find him, but we didn't want to give up.
It's already started to sort of hit you a little bit. After sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, you know, it does start to turn into a body retrieval.
I just never forget Jake just screaming, I'm so sorry. I was just like, is this not good, but yeah, it's just you just felt so responsible for what happened.
Emergency services have had no luck in their search for a swimmer missing off Bondi Beach. The victim from Japan got caught in rough conditions with a friend just before 5:30.
Having someone die, I never want that to happen again, and I think everyone that works on this service never wants to see it again. So, eyes on the water, 24/7.
Haven't had a drowning down here for 7 or 8 years, so this is, yeah, the lifeguards take their job seriously. This is what we try to avoid. We get millions of people each year, and sometimes we lose someone.
Shoei was 22 years old. He came to Australia to learn English. He'd been here for 2 months and he was in his last week of study. The host family came down and paid a visit. Always say to the boys, you don't want to have to explain to a family that you were on duty when it happened. It's not a good feeling at all. I'm very grateful. They knew how much effort we put into trying to save him, but I explained to them that we did our best, but our best wasn't good enough on the day.
This has definitely changed me as a person. It's opened my eyes to what, you know, what the dangers of everything is, like how easy it is to lose someone, how quick it happens, and, you know, it's just made me appreciate life.
Days like this are the reason Bondi attracts over 3 million visitors a year. For most of them, a swim at Bondi is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For locals, swimming here is almost a birthright. But what about the days when Bondi doesn't look like the postcards? Every summer, huge storm cells sweep up from the south, bringing rain and gale force winds. Tourists, many who have travelled thousands of kilometres to be here, aren't going to let tornado conditions stop their once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Tourists come to Bondi in all different types of conditions. Wet, windy, gigantic swells, everything. It doesn't matter. They don't see the danger. All they want to do is swim at Bondi.
The stormy conditions continue at Bondi. It's mid-afternoon and 2 lifeguards, Jake and Chris, are patrolling the beach. Jesse is alone in the tower.
The golden rule is never, ever, ever leave the tower unattended. We always need someone watching the water.
Jesse spots a group of swimmers getting into trouble at the north end.
The guy that's stuck out the back can actually swim. It's just this rip is really, really strong. Yeah, boys, he's gonna have to go straight in.
Chris and Jake have to rescue a girl and 2 guys.
The thing that scared me the most was that it was such a short period swell, which means that the waves are constantly breaking after each other. So you don't really have time if you roll to get ready again, because the next wave's already gonna hit you.
Jake reaches the girl, but is pushed back. Chris makes it through to the other 2 swimmers, a teenager and an older man. Jake has the girl, but fights the waves.
This is going to be the hardest thing now, getting them back in, because the rip's so strong, it's going to suck them out the back.
Hold it straight, pay facing out.
Even if you're the best lifeguard in the world, if a 3-foot wave hits you with a patient on, you're falling off. As much as I want to help Jake and Chris, I just can't leave the tower unattended. If I do that, there's another 800 metres of the beach that's going to be unpatrolled.
Chris gets his 2 patients to safety, but learns of a 4th swimmer in trouble.
Another one. Jake, a bit more. You need more? Here you go, back down. Walk straight back by the flags.
And then I seen Chris grab another guy.
Put your hands up.
Then Jesse spots yet another person in trouble, a 5th swimmer further up the beach. Both available lifeguards can't be contacted in the water.
What do? You know, I can't leave the tower.
Jesse has to find a solution to his dilemma, or this man could drown.
And then out of nowhere, I just thought, you know, Hoppo's across the road.
Head lifeguard Hoppo is in his office just behind the tower in the Bondi Pavilion.
Hey, Hop, are you across the road, mate? I might need someone just to come to the tower. I might need to go down and help the boys here.
Hey, mate, I'll pop over.
Jesse has to cover 400 metres in the buggy.
I was trying to start it, and I knew people were drowning, and it wouldn't start. And then all of a sudden, it just started, and I just pinned it, not even noticing how fast I got.
Another one falling off the bank that Jesse's gone in for.
Moments before Jesse reaches the patient, a pair of experienced body surfers hold the swimmer up.
These things happen. Get 2 or 3 go at the same time, makes it a bit more difficult.
All 5 swimmers are accounted for.
Thank you.
17-year-olds Jai and Natasha are on holiday from Melbourne.
Just too strong today.
Yeah, it was just really rough, I think.
Too rough today.
Yeah, a bit hard, and we're pretty confident swimmers, so thank God they were there though. That's awesome.
It is a good feeling when you save someone's life, but when you save someone's life and they come up and thank you, it's an even better feeling.
As crowds build over summer, lifeguards brace themselves for the unexpected. A relaxed Sunday on Australia's most famous beach. But at 2 p.m, police contact the tower. A body has been reported off the cliffs.
Guys, we need to launch the ski. Call was from the police that they might have a body off the golf course and they want us to go around on our ski.
No one knows whether the person is dead or alive. Harry's launches the jet ski.
You stay in the tower, mate. I'll get a tube, hold on. Mate, stay in the tower. What's happened, just so I know? Just there's a body in the, apparently around the golf course.
Beardy assigns trainee Jake to man the tower. A trainee wouldn't normally be given the responsibility of manning the tower, but there are just 3 lifeguards left to patrol Australia's busiest beach.
Hopefully it's not a person, but you know, more than likely could be.
Not sure whether it's in the water. Police rescue has been called and on their way.
Lifeguards must assume the person is still alive, somewhere at the base of the cliffs. There's only one way to get there. But locating the victim means putting their own lives at risk. As Beardy finally makes it onto the rocks, police direct him to the reported location. Back in the tower, trainee Jake has been holding the fort all on his own.
On the lifeguard safety here. Hi. Sorry, this is not a really good time to call. Can you please call back in about half an hour? It's been really busy. Thank you, sorry. Bye.
Beardy hasn't been able to locate the body. Air and Police Rescue join the search.
They can't see the body, but they're assuming that it's on the cliff and the helicopter's hovering, so I don't think it's in the water. That's the latest update we've had. Nothing from the police yet.
Eventually, the victim is found. A deceased man.
Nothing to do with us now. It's like right up on the top of the land.
With police now in charge, lifeguards can return to the beach.
Yeah, they've declared the area a crime scene, so...
Copy. We're out. We're gone.
The man has been dead for some time, but lifeguards never make assumptions.
Only not too long ago, we did go around and the person was alive, and we made the right decision to go in the water.
For trainee Jake, being thrown in the deep end was a challenge.
He had a massive role with he had to do probably 3 or 4 things at once.
Yeah, it would have been extremely stressful up in the tower.
It's just a bit overwhelming. I had 2 phones ringing and I was contacting the helicopter and I was doing 4 or 5 things at once. My brain was just racing, you know.
At 8:30, a man comes to the tower. His friend has been missing after going for a late night swim.
Last seen about 3:30 in the morning, eh? Yeah. Around the rocks.
Around the rocks, yeah.
Is he known to, like, has he got erratic behaviour or anything like that?
No.
So he's pretty out of character, right?
Working decent bloke, that's it.
Yeah.
Fred and his cousin Eddie finished work in the early hours. The pair had a few drinks. Then Eddie planned to swim the length of the bay in complete darkness.
He said he wanted to swim across. He normally does that. And...
So at that time of the night, he wanted to swim across?
Yeah. I mean, an hour past, I was talking to the fishermen and... I don't know.
According to Fred, his cousin has now been missing 5 hours. Azza calls police.
We've just got a guy down here who's been missing his friend since 3:30 this morning down here at Bondi. He was last seen heading around the rocks at North Bondi, around the point. And his car's still here. His mate's still got his clothes in his hand. And that's pretty much, the last he's seen of him.
Right? Yeah, mate.
Lifeguards will search on the jet ski while volunteer lifesavers cover the rocks. With the clock ticking, Azza wants all the help he can get.
Just in regards to maybe getting a helicopter, what are your thoughts on that? We're assuming this is pretty sort of serious at this stage.
I'm just trying to keep calm. He's a good swimmer. It's not likely for him just to take off. He's got no mental illness. I mean, what would you think?
Then, news from volunteer lifesavers.
We're just on the Clubby channel and they said they found him on the rocks at North Bondi.
After a long night of anxiety, Fred's desperate to see his cousin. He hasn't a clue what condition he's in.
Eddie, you all right? Oh, mate.
I fell asleep, bro.
Oh, wow, man.
You right?
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
What happened?
On the rocks, I found myself.
Did you slip?
It's hard to tell which of the 2 men has had the worst experience.
I waited for sunset. I walked all the way around. I Look, I didn't leave one hole or the foreshore unnavigated.
No, we'll let you go. You guys will let you go.
With Eddie safe, police close the case.
Thanks a lot. All the best, mate.
Leaving the cousins to reconcile.
Are you stupid or what?
Nice, that's good.
It turns out Eddie never went swimming at all. He never made it off the rocks.
I slipped down and I just sat there. I said, I'm not going to climb this. I was a bit scared. So I said, I'll just wait, see what happens, and then I fell asleep. And I woke up about 8:39.
I totally suggest don't go for a swim at night.
Eddie can finally get on with what he came for.
Now I feel like a swim. I feel like cooling off. Yeah. have a little swim.
A cloudy day, midweek at Bondi. Lifeguards aren't expecting a busy workload.
He's got a blade with him, he's got a switchblade, he's got quite a long knife on him.
It's illegal to carry large knives in public.
Thank you so much. Somebody's just told me he's got a knife. That's not funny.
Yeah. All right, I'll give the cops a ring. Thank you.
I'll go for a walk up there because you won't notice me.
Head lifeguard Hoppo makes his way to the scene. Reaching the grassed area, Hoppo IDs the man reported to have a knife. More lifeguards are drawn to the scene as fresh reports come in.
What's he look like? He just whipped out a blade. Like a black tank top. Black tank top.
Hi.
Hello, there's a man over there with a knife.
Just had a report that there's a guy up in the park and he's got a knife. From first look at him on the binoculars, he doesn't seem like he's doing anything. It looks like he's just lying there. But obviously, if we get something from the public about someone having a knife, it's pretty serious.
You don't know what his next action's going to be.
I reckon let's just get the cops down here ASAP.
Drop it, I'm calling them now.
Go down to the cops. Can you call the cops to out the front of North Bondi Beach, yeah?
Reedy and Hoppo step in until police arrive.
So when I got up to the grassy knoll, I was kind of looking around and it was quite hard to figure out who it was with the knife.
With nothing happening in the water, Harrison heads down as backup.
Reedy and I got to North, and look, we were pretty, concerned about our well-being because you don't know the mental state of this guy up there. You don't know what could happen.
Reedy scans the vicinity for local police.
It's not a decar here, is it?
Nah. Where is he?
Reedy decides to take a closer look and picks up some protection on the way.
And I walked past a family with a cricket bat. Can I borrow your cricket bat? Can I borrow it? Yeah. Sarah? Just need it just for something just a situation that might... It was an old grey Nick and I just thought, it doesn't get much better than this, a cricket bat.
Where is he?
North to Bondi Central.
Yep, cops are on their way now.
Within a few minutes, we were up there. Sirens lit up Bondi.
In less than 3 minutes, 4 vehicle units arrive. Extra units follow up on foot.
What is all going on?
The suspect isn't waiting around to be questioned by police.
Once the suspect saw myself and the cops walking towards him, he was out of there. He just did the bolt.
Gone out along the rock.
Lifeguards and police are unsure if the man is still armed with a knife.
The best weapon to take to a knife fight would probably be a taser or a gun, which the police have. I'm armed with a green whistle and a radio.
The man looks for an escape route.
Yeah, he's running back towards...
He's underground now.
He's gone into someone's house.
So I'm watching this man in front of me like Spider-Man just launching into houses.
Where is he?
He's in like the big yellow.
Oh, what? They've got another car, send them up Ramsgate, haven't you? But that's where we'll end up.
There's a full-on police chase happening right now.
The chase moves onto the streets of North Bondi.
We're searching through the units and he seemed to disappear and we're worried he just slipped through the net.
Hoppo, Reedy and Harrison assist, but the man seems to have slipped through.
After a while of searching, we're struggling to find him and I don't know if I wanted to find him or not, he's got a knife.
There's a car down there.
Then, a sighting of the man at North Bondi Headland.
What? Who tackled him?
Yes, as we were running after him, one of the cops were on the other side and basically just crash tackled him as he ran across the park.
Is that it? Yeah. Is that your answer? It's my name. Yeah, really?
Obviously, he must have something going on to run and not just stay around and talk to the police.
And then he comes flying past.
The chase has captured the attention of Bondi's local kids, teenagers and hipsters.
I could have dead set put my arm out and ankle tapped him if I hadn't known who he was, but I thought he was an undercover. Hectic.
The man was taken into custody. The charges were dismissed on mental health grounds.
The police were very professional and turned up quite quick. We worked in well together, which was really good to see, and the outcome was great. We ended up apprehending the person.
Back at the tower, Harrison and Hoppo recount their fearless community service.
Everyone's watching me and I'm doing this. Fine. I just didn't want to slip over.
Did you have a lot of adrenaline chasing it? I felt confident when I had 3 undercovers following me with guns.
All back to Kitty's corner again, you know? It's all nice and safe down here till the next drama.
You might have to go here.
The woman is over 100 metres from shore. Unable to get a visual on her, Lockie's hope is that he will somehow find her out the back, still afloat.
The way the wind was, the southerly hit, you know, you couldn't really see her at all. She was out past the break. The wind was so strong, it makes it really hard with the big boards. They're like sails, it just catches it. Yeah, she wasn't in a good spot. When I was out there, she was hanging on to someone else's board. She's fully gassed when I get to her. She's actually quite white. You know, that's when your panic sets in.
Exhausted from the rough conditions, the woman can barely hold on.
And she's so weak, she slips off.
Where the did she just go?
That's just the worst thing ever. Where's she gone? I've lost her here.
The woman makes a final attempt to stay alive.
You're all right, well done.
Water on the lungs can cause secondary drowning, even hours after the actual event.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm one of the lifeguards.
Have you been drinking?
Only 4 beers. Okay, so it's not a lot.
She'd been running, surfing, swimming and walking all day and then downed 4 beers and went and jumped in the ocean right on the southerly change. It was kind of a cocktail for a small disaster. There was nothing of her, so if she continued to stay in this weather, she was going to turn hypothermic.
I just want
I made a call to 000.
I've got a young girl in her early 20s. I'd say she's got early hypothermia. Now I think she's just worked herself up into a state of like hysteria.
Hypothermia arises when a person loses heat faster than their body can produce it.
It's incredibly dangerous and it can be fatal if it's left untreated.
Police arrive, with paramedics close behind.
Police did arrive first. They thought maybe it was like a rescue retrieval or something going on.
Tina, yeah. You awake? Yeah. Did you swim, did you? Yeah. Did you fly any water?
I'm not sure.
Okay. A little bit anxious at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just need to try and control it.
An intensive care paramedic quickly establishes what the problem is.
35.9, okay? So your temperature inside your body, a little bit cold, all right?
Normal body temperature is around 37 degrees.
I'm too hot.
No, it's what happens when inside gets a little bit cold. You think you're hot, okay?
Martina is moved off the cold floor.
Come in. Get up. Open eyes. Bang it in. I'm going to sit over. That's much better. All right?
Paramedics recommend Martina should go to hospital, but when she refuses, they settle on a final checkup in the ambulance.
Walk up the car. That should wake you up a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's really important whenever people swim to know their ability, and if you're not a good swimmer, just make sure there's someone there, like a lifeguard or a lifesaver, to look after you.
It's Valentine's Day, but before lifeguards head off for their own romantic rendezvous, a new incident.
Do not have It's like police or military.
Yeah. It's scary.
Oh my god. Where was it? Just
I don't want to put
flammable. Looks like a bomb. Nah.
No, don't say that.
Unwisely, Kyle gives it a nudge. Kerbox is more cautious and calls police.
Good, mate. Listen, we just got this thing washed up on the beach. It's like a metal cylinder, and it says it contains phosphorus. It says if found or whatever, notify police or the military. To arm for hand launching. Rotate cover. Seems like you put it in something and it'll shoot off.
Rotate it.
It does look like some kind of rocket. Oh, this is something.
Do not
fucking
push
dangerous.
base plug in. Yeah, please, no one touch it.
Yeah, no, this is actually kind of serious, actually.
Yeah, the police are pretty concerned, actually. They said, mate, whatever you do, just stay there and don't make sure no one touches it. It could explode.
Do not touch it. Too late.
Don't touch it. Never a dull moment down here. Have a look at it. It's ridiculous.
As a jogger nearly treads on the explosive device, Kyle decides to create a 1 metre exclusion zone.
Put a bomb on the beach. Just in case some runner just almost kicked it. Bondi keeps throwing me these curveballs. This beach is out of control. We got 40,000 people, half of them trying to go out and drown us. Now we got bombs washing on the beach that isn't really helping us. These two girls found it semi-submerged in the water while they were swimming, and they picked it up and brought it up here, and that's when they notified us. And it has instructions on how to arm it, so you can imagine it's kind of serious.
Local police call the bomb squad.
Yeah.
The exclusion zone is immediately expanded from 1 metre to 30.
Now we got some kind of explosive or something on the beach, and we're about to leave, and it says call the military or the police immediately. And a couple of girls.
Kerbox's romantic evening is suddenly on hold.
No, I wouldn't be ringing you if it went off.
Shortly after, the police rescue squad arrives. They expand the exclusion zone from 30 metres to 300. Half of Bondi Beach is now in lockdown.
Another interesting day at Bondi.
Whatever's inside the mystery cylinder must pack a punch.
Yeah, we go. We're out of here now. Thank you.
For Harry's and Kyle, it looks like a late night at the office.
We're going to get the police want our assistance down there. They haven't got enough manpower, and there's a lot of people gathering. We're not trained as lifeguards in bomb management, but we've got a duty of care to the public, so it's really important that we kind of help out. Everyone's tired, they've just worked 10 hours on the beach, but what do? You just do your best, got to help out here.
It's definitely escalated, mate. We got Harry's back in with you. He's come back to help us out, so yeah, it's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we all move back another 100 metres, please, from this area, just for your own safety? Just help us out. I wouldn't stand around. Could be a very serious matter. Move right back, thank you.
What started as 4 witches' hats around the explosive device has become a lockdown of Bondi Beach.
We've got to stop this traffic coming through. They don't want cars.
You guys want to move up to Campbell Parade for us? Thank you.
Come on, up to Campbell Parade.
Thank you. They've found something down on the beach. Yeah. It's a bit dangerous, so move up to Campbell Parade for us. That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
We've got dinner reservations down there.
On a night like this, Bondi is no place for lovers.
Thank you.
Then, Defence Force bomb experts arrive. Special equipment is brought in to disarm the explosive device.
They've just asked me if we want the tower, because the tower could get blown up and a lot of the glass in the surrounding area. This is amazing. I've never dealt with something like this on Bondi Beach.
Right when you think you've seen it all, a bomb comes ashore at Bondi Beach. It's something I've never dealt with in Hawaii.
After 3 tense hours, the explosive device is finally disarmed. Police give Hoppo the all clear.
Satisfied that everything's safe, so we're going to go. We'll take all our goodies with us and everything's declared safe. So, yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks. They've gone down and defused the bomb or whatever it was that floated in, and they've called it all clear and everyone's moving away and it's all over.
It's not until the next day that lifeguards find out the nature of the device and how dangerous the situation was.
Now, I'd suggest that if you were holding on to that and the sculling charge operated, the experience of that would be probably similar of trying to hold on to the nozzle of an oxyacetylene torch. Yeah. Okay. Right. Very, very hot. Oh. Lots of molten metal, which gets thrown in the probably around about 10 to 20 metre mark. The item at Bondi completely failed to initiate, so it was fully armed and live.
The mystery cylinder was a military flare used in anti-submarine operations.
The 2 girls I thought of, they grabbed it and they came on the beach and she's kind of like holding it and shaking it. Would that have done anything or not really?
That is an undesirable.
Yeah, I mean,
A bomb scare seems a reasonable excuse for missing a romantic dinner on Valentine's Day. But perhaps the lifeguards were meant to be together anyway.
Oh, Valentine's Day. Yeah. Oh, Hoppo and Harry's and...
Once again.
Yeah. Once again.
We're by ourselves.
Once again.
The Lone Rangers.
Right?
This is how it ends every year.
There's someone on with him. Heads on with him. There'll be a resource here. Stand by, Donna, we might need a defib. Look at us. Get a defib down there. You turn around and grab that defib. That's all right. Oi!
Get someone to come up and get a
Bring him up,
defib.
oi! Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. We're gonna get the defib, get him out of the water. Get him out of the water. Ready? And then we'll start compressions up here.
A swimmer has drowned at Bondi.
Come on. Get him up. Yeah, we need a mask.
Face blue, no pulse. He's clinically dead.
I'm going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Get down in.
Get back, come on.
Get down in.
16, 19, 20. I'm just going to keep going until you get this ready. Just keep going, okay?
To restart his heart, lifeguards may need a defibrillator.
Pulses as well. Anybody been called?
Let's get the defib.
No, maybe we need someone to come up and get a defib.
The defib is in the tower, but Dunno can't leave the control post unmanned.
Let's clean stuff. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait. Head tilt, yep.
The defib is vital. Dunstan has no choice but to enlist a passing backpacker.
Oi, guys, can you do me a massive favour, man? Green shorts. Oi, man, you need to run this down. Oi, buddy. Do us a massive favour, man. You need to run that down to the other side of the flags. See that flag down there? Someone's just drowned. Get down there. I promise. Get down there, man. Run. Oi, run, man. We need to get him up in the dry sand.
I'll come in the third round now.
Where's that defib? We need it.
He's now been clinically dead for 3 minutes.
21, 22. Keep going, Chappo. Someone give Chappo a break.
Yeah, I'll come in. All right. Wait. Go.
Right, let's go.
You need to get him in the dry sand. Oi, mate, can you... Hey, please.
Get back, mate.
Yeah, but we're happy we've done this a lot of time.
Keep going, Maxie. Okay, two breaths, mate. 1. Just slow it down. Let's go. Pads on.
Just stop talking over top of each other. 5, 6, 7.
It's now 4 minutes since the man was first discovered. No one knows how long he was under the water before then.
Defib's on.
It's critical that no one touches the man's body while it is shocked.
I know, but you can't touch him. Don't touch him. You'll get electrocuted.
Check airway.
Someone need to go.
Breathing. If needed, begin CPR.
Has he got a pulse? I've got a pulse. I have a pulse. I have a pulse.
He's responding.
Let's go. Let's breathe with him. Breathe with him.
I've got a pulse. Breathe him up.
We've got a pulse.
I've got a good
Yeah,
pulse.
we're going to breathe him up.
Good pulse. Good work, boys.
He's all right, mate. We got him. We got him, mate.
Keep breathing him up. I've got a good pulse, Chapo.
Yeah, it's all right.
Continue.
Mate, we don't know if you're just not making it, okay? I understand. Let's just breathe him, okay?
Breathe him up.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, we're going to breathe him up. Just breathe with him. He'll go with his breath.
His name is Ryan Kim, 26, a student from Korea.
Let's try mate, side on three. One, two, three.
See if we can clear his airway. Give him a better...
See if he wants to vomit.
Yeah. Take the good out now.
Okay.
Continue. If he doesn't vomit,
That's it. He's got a lot of fluid coming out,
That's what we want to do.
That's good. Let's keep. Let's just keep backing him up. It's got a good, yeah. Okay, there's good. There's a lot of fluid coming out. That's good.
Try backpack and see if it out a little bit more.
But Lifeguards' work doesn't let up. Swimmers are now in trouble at South Bondi.
We need someone down there. Central to one of the boys doing the resus.
Down there. Yeah, it's Mary Kalen down now, mate.
Rolled him. Do you think he might have hit his head on the bottom? No.
Can he swim?
No.
I think he's coming around, but a bit more oxygen. Okay, he's getting a lot more colour in his face.
Then, only minutes after being brought back to life,
You're right, mate. Stay.
It's okay, buddy.
You're right.
It's okay. I'd like to put him in recovery.
Get
the therapy mask.
Yeah.
Where's his brother? It's all right, mate.
It's okay, buddy.
You're okay, mate.
He's obviously got a pulse.
Ryan still needs urgent medical care.
Good. We've done a good job. Done, boys.
Close friend Dan is by his side.
You're right, mate. You're right. Hey, guys.
How long till he came to?
Probably about maybe 4 sets of CPR. 4 rounds, 5 maybe.
Yeah, so there was CPR?
Yeah.
Precaution still needs to be taken in case of other injuries.
Grabbing this spinal board so he came off. Good work, Dano.
With water in his lungs, Ryan is still at risk of cardiac arrest and secondary drowning. One of the first to reach Ryan was former lifeguard Matt Cahoon.
Yeah, I was just out body surfing and a whole lot of kids had they were doing the right thing. I sent Matt over on the board, he's whacked a breath into him. Maxie on the jet ski came across. I jumped on the back of the jet ski, he was gone, he was vomiting up, his eyes were rolling.
Someone handed me his arm, pulled him up by myself, dragged him up, and one of the swimmers out there was the next lifeguard, and I said, mate, get on and start compressing. Took him straight in. To be honest, I thought he was gone.
At St Vincent's Emergency, Ryan is still in critical condition. Paramedics brief doctors.
Dragged to the beach. The lifeguards put a automated defibrillator on. They didn't shock him. As we're coming in, he's complaining of pain.
Dan is eager for news.
He was very badly hurt in the water. His lungs were full of water. So we've had to put a tube down his throat and a machine is ventilating him. In his stomach as well, a lot of water. We had about half a litre of water in there. You want to see him?
Yeah.
He's very lucky to be alive. CPR started straight away, and that's what was needed. Instant, early, effective CPR. And the guys at the beach have saved his life.
A week after Ryan Kim was brought back to life, first aid expert Jamie Twight holds a debrief session.
It's the first time I've seen this, so let's have a look.
Bring him up, boy! Get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Get him out of the water, get him out of the water.
That guy is so blue. Obviously, no spinal precautions taken here, but listen, your priority, the guy's blue, he's not breathing, he's a drowning victim. You need to get him out the beach and start working on him. There's a lot of water coming out of him now. At this stage, I would have rolled him and tried to get some water out of him.
Gotcha.
Okay? Yeah, so here, right, we stop here. He's starting to breathe. He's starting to breathe. He's starting to respond to that CPR.
As they fine-tune their skills, Hoppo arrives with a dead man walking.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, you look a little bit different. Do you want to watch this from the start? Yes? Yeah? Okay. All right. Here you are.
Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Ready? And then we'll start compressions up here. Okay. Yeah, come on. Get him off. Yeah, we need a mask.
Oh my God, I was dead.
Yeah.
Now you're back.
There's no more dramatic story to take back home.
Do you remember what happened?
I swim in the sea.
Yeah.
Then big waves cover me. My body is turned over in the sea. So I drank too much sea. Salty water. I can swim, so I tried that. But another
wave here.
Maybe 3 times. I give up. I fall in water.
Oh, above your head, yep.
Yeah, everything is so comfortable, and then I think, oh, it's die. Oh, I'm very scared, and then my memory is slowly shut down. First, I wake him up.
Yes.
I heard crap.
Oh, really? You remember?
Yeah. 항상 매일매일 이제 여러분들의 이제 도움을 잊지 않고 살고 싶어요. 네.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's good to see you smile. Thank you very much. It's pretty special to meet the guy and just to see him walking around. It's good. It's a good feeling.
It's this wine
for you. We love wine. Thank you very much.
You know, the fact that you brought someone back to life and I was able to contribute to that, you know, I feel really good. He's in his mid-20s, a life expectancy of another 60 years, you know, so, and he sees another beautiful day.